All right, yo, what's up, guys? Everybody, welcome to the stream. Dude, Blake and I, we've actually never done like a stream this early in the day before. Dude, Alfie Panda, thanks for the sub, dude, appreciate it. Not sure why it didn't pop up here, though. Can I replay it, maybe? I don't know. Either way, yeah, okay, that needs to be fixed. What's up, guys? How's everybody? Yeah, so we never, okay, I'm just messing everything up now. I didn't even know I could do that, honestly. So that's new. Yeah, what's up, guys? How's it going? We're gonna be watching the Shane Dawson kind of documentary series, soon to be Netflix show, whatever you want to call it, live.
Usually his videos drop at 3 o'clock Eastern, which is about 12 minutes from now. We'll see if it actually drops or not. If it doesn't, then rip. But Shane usually uploads at 3 o'clock, so we should be good. We should probably have his Twitter and YouTube open though. Like,
yeah, it's probably gonna drop on his Twitter sooner than it will his sooner than it will on YouTube.
Yeah,
because YouTube's gonna take a little bit to update and everything, and Twitter will be first. But I mean, if he uploads at the same time he did yesterday, it's gonna be in about 12 minutes or so. So we'll see. But either way, it's gonna be exciting. No, stay in focus. There we go.
Yo, what's up, Roxana? What's up, everybody?
Fix the camera. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Just your first Twitch follower here, legend, dude. Oh wait, so you found us on Twitch and then now you're watching on YouTube? That's a first, I think. I don't think anybody ever comes from Twitch to YouTube. You won't be able to watch it then, rip. Yeah, it's gonna be so we'll wait. Yeah, so we're gonna wait a little bit. It's gonna be hopefully he drops it at 3. We'll see though. Remember your KSI look? I do. Yeah, that was crazy, honestly. That's like the most amount of viewers we've ever had. We had like 3,400 viewers during that. It was crazy. Are we twins? We are, yes. The RayhartTwins. How old are we? We are 21. So, I mean, honestly, it would suck really, really bad if he didn't drop it at 3, because that we'd kind of just like awkwardly be sitting here.
But we're taking a risk. I don't know. If he doesn't, then we stream for a little bit. It's fine. But yeah, I remember the Logan Paul versus KSI live. I'm excited to do it again. When is it? February? When they fight again?
You were your first follower. Oh, yeah. I do remember now. I know what you mean now. I remember. Is YouTube hard? What do you mean by hard? Like hard to grow, hard to post, hard to make videos? Where are we from? We're from Florida. Why did he not post it yesterday? That's a good question, honestly. I don't know why he didn't post it yesterday.
He explained why on his Twitter. I can pull it up real fast. Shane Dawson. So he kind of explained why. He pretty much just said that if he releases them all back to back, then it's not gonna get like there's not as much build up. I suppose that's how he explained it. He wants to do like every other day type of thing, or 2 a week. Actually, I think is what he said. Yeah, 2 a week. There's 8 parts, so it's gonna last a whole month. So it'll be done around mid-October. Do we have Snapchat? Yeah, we do. It should be in the description.
I don't think that's a good idea, if I'm being honest. Like, stretching out this series over the course of a month is way, way too long, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I agree, but they're still editing as well. So, I don't know. Like, they're not even done editing part 7 to 8.
Yeah, but still, like, it's not going to take them a month to edit it.
Yeah.
I don't think, at least. Maybe. So happy you found us. Dude, we are too. So, basically, there's no excitement. For what? The series? I think there's excitement.
Back at it again with the hats.
Drop a like. What's our Snapchat name? It's all in the description.
It should just be Blake Rayhart and then Robert R. is his one.
To keep up and grow with and get views. Yeah, it is. It's pretty difficult. You got to be pretty dedicated and well, he made it his banner and everything. Damn. Our Snapchat names. It's in our description.
That's an interesting new profile picture, though.
Yeah, dude, look at this.
It's like old Shane versus new Shane.
Did we start watching already? No, it's not. It's not even up yet. It's supposed to be live at hopefully 3 o'clock, because yesterday he uploaded at 3 o'clock. Wait, guys, while we're watching it, should we have it in this angle where it's full screen and then Blake and I are in the corner? Or should we have it like this? What do you guys think? This needs to be... You need to go this way some.
You're doing pre-cal, but this is better. What's up, Ali?
Please follow me back on Instagram. It's not a beg, and your brother are goals. The lag is real. Dude, I don't know. YouTube always does that when we start the streams. Always. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Second one? So you think like this, Connie?
There's no excitement if it's back-to-back episodes. Oh, you're responding to what Blake said. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I get what he's saying. Like, he wants to stretch it out, and he wants to full screen, whichever one will not get us in trouble. Yeah, I don't think you like the full view. I was thinking the full view as well. But sometimes I feel like if we had the full view like this, it would kind of be more like we're just replaying it, you know what I mean? Rather than like this, where it kind of seems like we're watching it, you know? I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
What's up, Destiny?
The lag, yeah, sorry. I don't know why it does that. Second, yeah.
Sprint home. It should be live in 7 minutes, but we'll see. Dude, Shane made a comeback though. Remember, like he didn't fall off, but like his channel kind of just like
I want to
withered
go to
away
like
for a
Shane,
bit.
old Shane videos and see what he was like doing before.
Okay.
Wishing I had Robert's body, but with boobs. Why did he change the screensaver? Like you mean his banner and stuff? Just to like hype it up. You gotta think the amount of interaction he's getting on his Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. Whenever he drops, he's like, dude, this series has 12 million views in a day. Like that's insane. You know?
We're looking at probably 18
so
million
like
views.
the amount of like clicks and stuff and traffic through his Twitter page, like it makes sense for him to. Where is our Snapchat? It should be in our description. If you go to our description and scroll down, it's right here. ROBRTR, and then Blake's is just Blake Rayhart, his name. So 20, dude, we have 28 people watching right now. That's crazy. Let's go to like Shane's old videos though. Where's our Snapchat at? It's in our description. 7:54 a.m. in Scotland. Damn. Dedication. Would you guys like if I made a comic of last drawing? I made a mini. If you want to, it's up to you. I watched the first episode. Dude, same.
He gets so many views. Yeah, he does. He deserves it though. You can tell he puts a lot of work into these. It's literally like a TV show.
Like
no bullshit.
Just watch. If you just like watch the first thing, like listen to all like the little sound effects and like the little like the tiny edits, like the background music, the sound effects, like the little cuts and stuff. Like it doesn't seem like it, but
which is going to be a roller
it takes a lot of time.
and plane crash.
Like even right there, like the little echo in the background of the voices, like that edit alone.
And
you see how like it echoes into the next scene?
Not only that, but he had to search and download and edit every piece of B-roll. And B-roll, if you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty much
what's up, Amy?
Like the small little clips in between.
Before we
like all of him talking.
Pretty much every already. $50.
Like all of this stuff, he had to go back and well, not when he's talking like that, for example. Is he going to post every other day? Not. I think he's going to do 2 a week. If I had to guess, probably one on Tuesday and one on Thursday, or maybe he'll change it to one on Monday and one on Friday. If I was Shane, I'd be doing one on Monday and one on Friday. But
I really hate Jake. Is that bad? I don't know. You can honestly, that's up to you. Dude, honestly, after watching the first, I totally forgot about some of the fucked up, like the crazy stuff that Jake did, man. Like the man lit a mattress on fire in his backyard, you know, like in a community. And they're like the fire department had to come and everything. Like it's just, not that that's like crazy, but like I don't care when he does crazy shit, but when it's negatively affecting other people, that's like the only thing I really have an issue with. Shane would honestly be an amazing director. I need to turn the fan on. Jesus.
Yeah, he would. He's really good. I think Shane's good on camera, and he has talent off camera. But if he ever did get like a show with a YouTube Red or something, I would hope that he stays on camera because I think he's respected to like a lot of people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he's good at talking to other people.
In his landlord's, yeah, exactly. It wasn't even his house. It was Team 10's house. Type your snap. Yeah. Blake's just gonna type it in chat. It's in our description though.
Like that?
Yes. Could have ruined the whole street. Yeah, exactly. It's just, man. And then whenever he leaked Post Malone's address, it's like, dude. And then he refused like to take down the video. He just barely blurred it, you know? It's just like, come on, man.
Are we gonna re-upload the stream?
Probably. I want to. Depends on how well it goes. I would like to though. Did I see your question? About the comic thing? Yeah, I said if you want to, you can.
Yeah, if you do, Taylor, make sure you tag us in it if you do it. The delay from chat to actual video causes me suspense.
Yeah, I'm trying to like decide whether I want to wear a hat or not.
Oh, 2 minutes, I think, at least. Okay, I'm dropping
2 minutes. All this time there was a ceiling fan. I know, and it's, dude. You guys see it up there? Nope. Camera doesn't reach that high.
Please do. You don't want to. Yeah, we will. Here, you push it down.
Should we just? I don't know. Should we just upload like the full like video of us like watching it and stuff, or should we just upload like the parts where we talk? Like I never know. Like it's so like tricky because I don't know. I would like. Or maybe we should just keep this whole VOD just up. Like just keep the whole VOD up. Honestly. Yeah.
What was he gonna do? Oh yeah, Shane. Because his Twitter will update before his YouTube channel updates. So.
You're eating a banana?
What's up, Bean?
Fun. The full video, upload it all. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep this full VOD live. Like we'll just upload the whole thing. Just keep this whole thing up. But I don't know. Maybe we'll just skip to the part where we start watching it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You love rewatching them? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think we're just gonna post the full thing. But we're gonna all the part like all this right now. We'll probably skip and we'll probably start the video off right where we start watching the actual series. Rob, last night you joined Discord for like 2 minutes and left alone with those loud ass dudes, but they were funny. Yeah, honestly, I don't.
Did they come from Twitch?
They came from Twitch chat. Yeah, Michael or Michelle Davis. I just got your Snapchat friend request. You're so excited. Same. Is it live? I feel like we should have TweetDeck open. It's 3 o'clock. Dude, we're just refreshing now at this point.
Watch it not drop until 6 p.m.
At like 4 o'clock or like 4:30ish. It's up. It's up. Oh shit! It's not up. It's not up for me.
Wait, go to his Twitter.
Focus! The camera needs to focus. Please focus.
Go to his Twitter.
It's up? Dude, somebody link it to me in chat. It's not up for me. It's not up. I'm being trolled. You guys are trolling. It's not up. I know it's not up. Nice. Oh, it is! The Dark Side of Jake Paul. All right, hold on. We gotta change the title of it.
The Dark Side of Jake Paul. Just type in the mind to dark.
The Dark Side of Jake Paul, episode 2, live viewing party. Perfect. All right, let's watch it. Everybody, get your popcorn ready. Everybody, get your drinks, get your snacks. Here we go. 45 minutes, episode 2 of the mind of Jake Paul, or the Dark Side. I thought it was all gonna be called the mind of Jake Paul. Anyways, let's go.
We keeping it big like this, or?
Yeah, I think we should keep it like, I don't know. Yeah, I like this better.
Alright, welcome to part 2 of The Mind of Jake Paul. Now, today's episode, I sit down with therapist Katie Morton to talk about the psychology of Jake Paul. And we also talk about my issues and the fact that I probably need more therapy. So that's why I'm excited to once again say that today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. This is something I really think is great.
It's cool that he got sponsors for the videos too.
So BetterHelp is a service and an app where you can get affordable and private online counseling whenever you want. like I've said before, going to a therapist office or
That
sitting
app,
down
by
with
the
a
way,
counselor.
Rip, I'll see you, Roxana.
That program is gonna get
Which is why I love this.
big.
Better help.
Just be
Yeah,
on
I
your
know.
phone, you
I
don't
keep,
have
I
to go
see it
anywhere.
everywhere,
Just
honestly.
set up your appointment.
I see it,
You
Roxana.
message them when you want to
Short
talk.
version YouTube more. I just won't keep the full thing to Twitch style.
So you'll fill out a questionnaire, and then they'll match you to a counselor. And then you can get started getting
Yeah,
counseling
Prince.
on
I
your
think we
computer
might
or
do
your
something like
smartphone
that.
or
We're gonna talk
That being
about it
said,
off
if
stream.
you're in a crisis or
Figure out what we gotta do.
dangerous, this is not the
We might
site
do
to
both.
use. I will put all those links in the description as well. So if you want to check it out, I'll put the link right at the top of the description below. It's betterhelp.com/Shane. All right, enjoy part 2 of The Mind of Jake Paul. Good luck.
Legend.
Tessa is asleep right now, and we are going to do the buried alive prank. The buried alive prank is where you go into someone's room while they're sleeping, you put a ton of blankets over them. It's like a lot of weight and like pressure, and they feel like they're in a coffin, and you play an ambulance noise, and then you start to talk like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, she's gonna make it through it, she's gonna make it through it, and then they freak out. Alright, so let's see what happens.
Wait, you actually did this?
They know how popular. Yeah, dude. Exactly. 10 million plus views plus. Like the sponsors are probably chomping at the bit.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Oh my god.
That was so scary! Jade!
You couldn't breathe?
No.
Was that scripted though?
Makes it more real. Yeah, she was so scared. She didn't even like. Are you mad at me? Don't be mad at me. You're alive.
It's on Twitter, YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Okay, our Uber is here. Where'd you go? Wish me luck. Okay, I love you.
Good luck. Find out if we're all psychopaths.
Can you guys hear it? Chat, can you guys hear it well?
Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about the word psychopath. So stay tuned.
What do you think? I think that there's got to be some reason why somebody can be as, I don't know what the word is, outgoing, negatively outgoing as him.
I love you. I love you.
Whatever it is, probably runs in the family because his brother. Right. But Logan, I feel like, is more likable. Right? Like, not as many people hate him.
I feel like that's true too. I feel like Logan's more like, yeah, not as many people hate him. Right?
Do you know who Jake Paul is? Yeah. No? Doing like a little documentary thing about whether or not he's a sociopath.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking about it. Yeah.
Have you met any sociopaths?
I meet a lot of people, but I don't know if I met a sociopath. Yeah, how do you tell somebody's a sociopath? What are the symptoms?
Well, from what I've read, they're instantly likable, but they don't have real emotions, and everything they do is kind of an act, and they just want to manipulate people.
My wife.
No.
Yes, that's.
Dead my own
I
wife.
thought it's the opposite. Somebody that's unlikable, not likable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
Follows me. Follow back? You don't follow? I guess it would make sense that you don't follow. Why would you follow?
I remember seeing that post.
Oh, that is literally the most haunting thing I've ever seen in my life. So this is his girlfriend, right? Erica. I know that. Yeah, Jerica's there.
How does an iPod thing work? It's just a bot that like moderates chat basically.
Like,
Plug
that
stuff for
is
us.
the most fake relationship. Right? It doesn't look real. Oh, he likes animals, so that's good. Or is he pretending to like animals? Who's that with him? Justin Roberts. That's
Who is
Justin
that kid?
I don't
I don't get what's going on with this kid.
Roberts. I mean, whoever Justin Roberts is, he has his own private plane. I have so many questions. Seriously. They have a giraffe. Is that for real?
Wait, what the hell?
Do they actually have a giraffe? I don't think so.
What's up, buddy? Yo, say hi to the Jake Paulers.
Maybe. Am I gonna meet a giraffe? Weird.
Wonder how much Andrew makes for filming this shit.
This
Shane probably pays him well.
that
Six figures
looks like
plus, I'd imagine.
two fucking straight up sociopaths
Think so?
planning their next move. Oh, the caption. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna be famous, dude. Morning, New York! Accept me, love me!
What is wrong with you?
Hey, you back!
I could have died.
I'm doing good, right? Do I keep on going?
Thank you so much.
I was almost gonna say, like, is there anything that she could tell you that would make you not want to do this anymore?
What do you mean?
Like if she says, well, when it comes to this type of person or when it comes to this disorder, you don't want to X, Y, Z. You even think about that? I mean, you don't really know much about him or this thing that you're claiming he might have, so it's like, if somebody tells you something about him or if somebody tells you something about this potential disorder, maybe you might...
Yeah, I mean, I think that's her.
I've actually seen this chick's videos before.
You guys want any drink?
Okay.
YouTube is delayed. What do you mean by delayed?
Like compared
I
to
was
Twitch
just
and
saying,
stuff.
I feel like I'm about to get on a roller coaster right now. Well, I'll explain later what this all is. There's a lot more to it than just like, originally we were going to talk about YouTubers.
Yeah.
And if you have to be kind of a sociopath to be a YouTuber.
Honestly, are you a sociopath?
I don't know.
We all know David's a psychopath.
Surprise, y'all.
Exactly.
I'm also not a sociopath.
Or have some type of personality disorder. It kind of led into a weird direction, which we'll get into later. Before we do that, sociopaths.
Yes.
You know, you came on my podcast, and you were very clued in. Like,
Chat, do you guys think do you guys think like YouTubers have to have some type of sociopath? Like all YouTubers have to have some type of like sociopathic tendencies, like at least a little bit, you know? Like I feel like all YouTubers have to be at least some type of. They
I don't
all
know
have to
about
share this.
sociopath.
They all have to share this. Not like a full-fledged one,
I
but
think
they all have to share like the same traits of like just being self-obsessive kind. Not self-obsessive, but
I think it's some type of
struggle
narcissism.
with
Yeah.
disorder.
I look in the mirror and I see a huge person.
What is body dysmorphic disorder, and how do we know if we have it?
You knew by even looking at me. You're very intuitive about all that. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about this, because I feel like if anybody could tell me what to look for, it would be you. Because I feel like, do you spot them?
You can feel them. I don't know if you can really spot them.
I hated that. Oh my god. Okay, what do you mean you can feel them?
It's like you said, roller coaster. That's a perfect way to set it up, because it's almost like when you're around people like this, it's if you sense what I sense, I guess, about them, it's like a pit in your stomach. Like it's that feeling, but just from them being around.
Ooh. Okay. So besides the feeling, what are the characteristics, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to it. A lot of it is just the main thing that people talk about is like they have no empathy. And I think that's a hard thing for people to actually fully understand, because most of us don't have this issue. So we feel for other people.
Yeah.
And we feel all day. I feel pissed off. I feel excited. I feel disappointed, whatever. They don't have any of that. For instance, the other day I was in my car and I'm driving, and there's this little old lady that started to get into the crosswalk, and I was like, honey, you got like 12 seconds. I'm worried. I hope people wait for you and like pay
Your
attention.
bird broke. Right.
You know, a sociopath would just be like, ugh. Like it wouldn't worry. There's no worry for her. They don't have any empathy for the situation for her. They wouldn't, if someone kicked a dog and they saw it, they wouldn't feel anything for it. They just have no empathy.
Oh God, what the
And I know
hell?
I'm talking about like bad things, but also good
Did
things.
she just
Like,
dump
yeah.
an animal into a trash can?
Like
Jesus.
imagine if you lived in a world in your brain where anything that happened to other people, you didn't really care about it at all. You didn't care how they felt. You didn't care what happened to them, as long as it didn't affect you.
The moments many feared would be their last.
Ooh. That is terrifying.
Yeah, that's hence the that feeling. Like, ugh.
Is that a mental disorder? What is it?
Technically speaking, a lot of like clinicians like myself would call it antisocial personality disorder.
Hey everyone, it's Iris, and I am going to talk to you about antisocial personality disorder, which is my diagnosis.
So what are like
Is that where
the
they
bullet
like
points, for example, like in a book?
Is that where the ones where what's it called?
No,
Whenever
you're
they're
thinking
just
of like a different like
multiple
dissociative-
personality.
Dissociative personality, where like you have like 7 different personalities, whatever. D&D or something like that.
Yeah.
Side story, but Bill Cosby only got 3 to 10 years in state prison. Okay. No, that's... I'm surprised he didn't get more than... dude, it's the celebrity privilege, honestly.
If you have money, you get a lot of things done.
What would it say?
All clips shown of YouTubers, actors, and even myself are just being used for context.
Right, I saw him type this out on Twitter, too. 100% not insinuating that any of the people shown are sociopaths.
Sociopaths believe that like the law doesn't apply to them and like the rules don't apply to them. They're like above it, and they're so important to everybody else that like they'll get away with it. Like nobody will care.
Think you should know, while we were shooting the episode, I got arrested. Okay.
We're getting pulled over. Oh my God. He made me put my hands on the dashboard. Why? Am I threatening?
Did you have your ID, ma'am?
I have a warrant out for my arrest, and
Dude,
he
Ken
just
looks
pulled
so
over and let us
different
all
there.
go.
So they always just think they're better, bigger, more important than everybody else. Like for instance, failure to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behavior. So they're usually like
Getting into fights,
She ended up starting a full-on fight with Nikki.
stealing.
After stealing a tube of lip gloss, Megan Fox went on a crime spree at her local Walmart.
And it could go as far as murder.
Simpson arrested for the murder of his wife Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman.
But then deceitfulness, indicated by repeating lying, using aliases, conning others. So using anything they can to get their needs met. People aren't people, they're just tools to be used in their life for their game, whatever it is.
Okay. So like to a sociopath, the world is a chess game.
Yes.
And all the pieces are people.
And they don't care about them. There's no empathy for them. Remember that. They're just tools. Can I use that to help me get what I want? So, for instance, people who would have antisocial personality disorder will be extremely rude to any help people. So they tend to be like really quick and like angry and irritable and like push them off.
Leaders. So like for example, if it was a YouTuber, they would probably be rude to fans. No, because they want something.
They give them something, yeah. Because the main 2 things that they usually want is power and money.
And I'm gonna be the biggest entertainer on the planet. I wanna be the first social media billionaire.
So with fans comes power and money.
Buy that merch. Buy that merch.
Buy that merch. I remember that song.
I wouldn't doubt you doing it, man.
I'm going to. Spend $100, free shipping, y'all.
He's awesome.
But if a fan died or a fan was hurt, they wouldn't care.
Probably not a stream at 4 a.m. Yeah.
But if it meant that they could make a video about it and get more views and get more fans.
Jake Paul, there's I don't know how to say this, but like we lost.
Christmas.
That intro, dude.
Isn't that creepy? It's so creepy. It's like, we're gonna have to take a shower after this.
Yeah.
Then they also are impulsive. So failure to plan ahead. They'll want to do things and then not do things on a whim. Which is what makes them a little dangerous. I always think impulsive is like a dangerous thing. For both them and the people around them, you know?
That sounds like someone we know. But they don't have emotions, so like they wouldn't cry.
They might if they thought it made them fit in or like get what they want because they're deceitful.
Okay. So
basically, they're just impossible to read.
So they don't have emotions. Do they pretend to have emotions?
Yes, because they'll mimic to fit in to get what they want. You and I aren't going to respond well to someone just asking us for something. We'd have to feel emotionally involved in some way in order to do something that maybe we normally wouldn't do. So in order to get people to be the tools that they need, they'll mimic behavior that they know will elicit the response they want.
Okay. So they're pretending to laugh. They're pretending to cry. Are they just like kind of mimicking what they've seen in like movies?
Yeah, movies, other people around them. If they, like, let's say, for instance, we're talking about YouTube. So if they're watching a ton of YouTube videos and they would see how other people responded, they might even read the comments to see how people react to that kind of a video. And then they'd mimic that in order to let's say someone was super successful and they did story time videos, for instance. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying if they saw that someone was doing this, they're like, oh, they got so many views. And like the people in the comments really feel for them. And then maybe they'll buy more merch or whatever, right? Power, money. Then they'll be like, oh, I could do that too. I can mimic that.
Until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous.
Do you think that's Shane in the mask, like recording that footage?
So they learn like what
Maybe.
gets people ahead, what type of behaviors, what type of emotional responses get what they want.
Now, for example, like, not to... I don't want to say this person's a sociopath because I don't know, but like Logan Paul, for example. The dead body thing was... bad.
Oh my god, he's hanging. Bro.
But to me, the weirdest part of it was when he was talking about it in the video, talking about suicide prevention. There was like a really loud, sad song playing the whole time. It was
Like I said earlier, suicide, mental illnesses, depression.
To me, it was like, oh, this is sad. I'll put a sad song. So, not saying he's a sociopath, but like that's something that a sociopath would do, right? Be like,
Totally.
oh,
Yeah, because that would be like mimicking behavior. We have to think of like, because that would make it feel, it elicit the response maybe he's wanting.
Suicide is not the answer. Literally, guys, what I preach every day is being a maverick. Like, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. In fact, I encourage you to do that. If you're not a part of the Low Gang, make sure to subscribe.
Again, not saying he's necessarily a sociopath, but like, that would be what sad music. I mean, we all know even on YouTube, and it'll say like sad. It like kind of tells you what the music is. Who pick it according to that.
That's crazy.
Wonder how Banks and Alyssa are reacting to this. I'd be stoked if this happened to an ex that did me wrong. No, I think Banks said that they're gonna wait until all of it is out, and then they're gonna watch all of it at once before they like speak on it.
Because I know like the first couple episodes are probably all about Jake and his like sociopath, but I think towards the end, it's all gonna be about like Jake and Alyssa and the Banks drama and like the Erica drama. You know what I mean? I think towards the end, by the end of this series, I think there's gonna be a whole new series on Drama Alert about all the drama that went down between all that. It's all going to be sparked up again, in my opinion. We'll see, though.
If somebody didn't know like how to be emotionally, they would just go to the audio library and like literally click the emotions.
Just pick the emotion that they want people to feel.
Do they not know? Like, would they... If a YouTuber is a sociopath and they're making an apology video...
I first want to apologize to my brother.
So they just type in sad and they pick one?
I in no way meant to like hurt his feelings.
Would they not know what a sad song was?
They might know it just because of society. Think about like radio DJs will be like, oh, here's a sad song about a lost lover. I mean, I don't know. So they probably learned, but I think what they don't have knowledge of is what it is to experience that emotion.
Wow. When a sociopath cries, do other people not feel anything? Because I've been around some people who have cried in front of me, and not like in a video or anything, just in real life, and I'm like, why do I not feel anything? I don't feel anything right now.
Yeah.
Is that a sign?
So as you can see,
She was crazy.
I got a tear to come out.
Because if they're mimicking, they are honing their craft, kind of. So if they're not very good at it, they won't elicit the right response out of you.
Her fans are not happy.
He used it.
Because they're not really that good at doing it.
Everyone says
Did
that.
you see that?
Okay,
Did
hold
you see
on.
what he wrote?
Yeah.
He said once again, just using it for
They won't
context.
elicit the right response out of it.
Wait, hold on. Let me see it. Did you rewind it past it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She said when they're not good at it, and
Her
he
fan-
played the clip. Oh wait, what did he say? Once again,
Fans are not having it.
Because they're not really that good at doing it.
Once again, just using YouTube clips for context.
Everyone says that the sociopath is such a great actor, but when we take pictures of people, they're caught off guard. They don't have time to put the mask on. So the eyes look dead, and they have this creepy, weird, fake smile, or their eyes will be dead, but then the mouth will do this.
It's just off. Something's off.
Okay. What's next?
We're only halfway through. Okay.
Oh my god.
Irritability and aggressiveness is indicated
Yo,
by
what's up,
repeated
Tanya?
physical fights or assaults.
As this is not the first time she's been caught on video throwing a shoe in a fight. Happens.
Oh shit.
Like
That was Cardi?
Oh shit, okay.
Sharkeisha! Oh, no, it wasn't Sharkeisha.
Tries to discredit them or put them down in some way, this will be like a knee-jerk response.
Bitch, she got her ass whooped by a fucking 13-year-old.
They don't want to fight people or they want to be aggressive. And I honestly believe that in females, this might be a little bit different, where it would be more of a manipulation component to hurt them emotionally. Or maybe like girls would like shout, scream, and like try to embarrass them in some way.
I will get your ass deported.
Then next is reckless disregard for the safety of self or others. So they don't really care what happens to them, because again, like, remember, they don't have any empathy, they don't have any feeling, they don't have feelings like we do in the same way, so they really don't care if something bad happens.
You do not care about what happens to you at all.
As his lawyer spoke to the press, Simpson
Tanya, I remember
goofed
you back in
around,
my
making
solo
faces
streams. What's up?
like he didn't have a care in the world.
So, like, okay, for example, if they were on a plane and everybody's feeling turbulence, it's like, oh, the plane's about to go down. They wouldn't even really care.
Not necessarily.
It's just like, oh, the game is over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that just gave the chills.
That the game is over.
They drive fast, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do drugs, drink, do things that harm their
Usually.
bodies. They don't
Yeah,
care.
because they don't care.
Tattoos.
Probably.
They put their friends in
Okay.
bad places, so that would be like...
Yeah, like think of YouTube, like if they were doing like challenges, they wouldn't care if it was like really dangerous for someone or like hurt someone.
But if we can get a trampoline and jump in the middle of traffic, that would be so fire. Let's do this.
Wait, what a
Or, like,
dick
consider
move.
not
Why would you
being,
do
like,
that?
Paul
What the
brothers
hell?
are sociopaths at all, but like wasn't it Jake Paul that like lit a huge fire in his pool with like furniture and stuff? They could have burned the house down. Or
That's
the
what I was
people's home
thinking,
next
too.
door who could have been sleeping. Like for God's sake, they don't consider that.
A lot of people can fall into that category, putting their friends in harm without caring.
Yeah. Then we have consistent irresponsibility. They don't know what it's like to be responsible because they don't care about how that affects other people. Let's say they got kicked out of their house and that meant that all the people that live with them were kicked out too. They'd be like, whatever, I'll figure it out. Because they don't care about themselves. And then this is like the worst.
Shane's
This is
just
the
like,
final one.
so Jake.
But this last one is lack of remorse. So like, let's say they're being reckless and people get hurt. They don't give any shits about it.
Okay, so for example, if the YouTuber, try not to be too on the nose with this, but like,
If somebody got hurt during a prank or during a
You got
video or doing something for them, they
I thought her
wouldn't
foot
care.
was gonna snap.
They don't feel bad. Like TanaCon, for instance, with you, you felt such remorse. You were like, oh my god, people are outside, this is terrible, I feel terrible, I'm gonna find a way to reimburse people. Someone who fit this would be like, nah, whatever. Fuck them. That would be their whole mentality.
Did she say fuck him?
Yep.
I've never heard her.
They might even be like they bought tickets and they were taking a risk. Like they just try to they'd rationalize.
Is that what
it.
Tana was?
Like they would.
Did Tana say that?
Because they try
Did
to
Tana say they were taking a
rationalize it
risk?
out to make it not their fault because they just don't really care.
ooh, I'm feeling sick.
It's really gross. And it's just creepy. And the thing I think is hard for people who don't have this to understand is like it's hard for us to view life without emotion or without caring. And that's what they live in. That's their experience.
So they're like, it's kind of like a robotic state of living, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're kind of like a robot.
I saw an image.
Oh, I thought that was a real
Me too.
person.
When I googled it, and it
I'll see you, Roxana.
a sociopath is like they're wearing a mask, and around certain people they use a different one. Like around you I'm going to be funny. Around you I'm going to be sad. Around you I'm going to be charming. Around you, but what's under the mask is the truth.
Yeah.
and that person is never seen.
No,
right?
I'd almost argue like doesn't really exist because they don't really know who they are because their whole life is spent like manipulating others and mimicking behavior to fit in. So that's why there's different masks for different people, because you'll notice if you're around someone like this when they're giving you like the heebie-jeebies.
Daddy loves her, and Daddy's gonna give her anything she wants as long as she
Using
does what
4G
Daddy
rip,
tells her.
rip Connie's
They do
rip
a
your
lot
data.
of like, I don't know how else to describe it other than just being like a data detective. They're trying to get as much information about you as possible. The thing about YouTube is we put it out there so they can find it by just watching, if we're being honest. So they're gonna be detectives, they're gonna scrounge, they're gonna get as much information as they can so they can create the right mask for you, so that they can manipulate to get what they want. Because people aren't people, they're tools.
If you wanted to segue into like a big picture about like YouTubers, because that's got to say something about YouTubers and YouTube in general, because that what you just described is like
big juggernauts.
That's like a playground for people like that, right? Or
Is that that's like YouTube is that. It is like their playground. If they have been watching YouTubers growing up and now they're like, oh, I'm 18, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm going to use everything I learned. So do you think it is possible that a lot of YouTubers might be this?
They could be, or they could be narcissistic.
What's that?
That's what I was thinking.
I know what it is, but not like the term.
Yeah, because narcissism
I think
is-
it's more
is-
narcissism than it is
I think so,
sociopath.
too.
Yeah.
Again, it's like born out of trauma usually, which kind of makes you feel bad for them a little bit, but like not that much, because they feel so fragile as a person that they put up like this wall that they're better than. They need a lot of attention. They want everybody to like them. They want to control everything and everybody else, so they tend to be really manipulative as well. So there is some overlap with this, but they do actually feel things, but they manipulate in the same way.
But they have a heart.
Yes.
Do sociopaths have a heart?
I don't believe so.
What do you say?
Okay.
He said so. Narcissistic people, they have
Right.
hearts, so like they feel for people, but like
They're sociopaths, but they have feelings. Is like what she was saying, or no?
kind of, but like it's narcissistic people where they're still in it for themselves and whatnot, and they feel for people, but it's more of like a like, oh, okay, like yeah, I feel for you, but like I don't really.
I'm still in this for myself. I got you.
Wow. In my 10 years of YouTube, I've met a lot of YouTubers. I've definitely met
Dang,
a few
long hair
where I've got
Shane,
that gut
dude.
feeling.
That we're talking about like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've met a few that fit this, but I don't get that gut feeling. Are those people probably
Better manipulators, or they know enough about you.
I literally, my heart.
It's really gross. I know. So like then you might even be like friends with them because you don't know you're being manipulated.
Okay.
Whatever happened with Bobby Burns and Shane? Like, whatever happened there? You keep.
Okay. How realistic is it that like what's like the statistic? I guess like how realistic is it for me to know one?
I can't make up my mind whether she sounds like she is over exaggerating and overthinking it, but more or less she speaks out, it makes sense and pieces together.
Yeah,
I think it's like, I don't know. It's like all these categories fit celebrities, so it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's easy to point. I don't think like all YouTubers and celebrities are sociopaths, you know. But like all these categories fit them, but I feel like it's kind of like the you know, like mediums when they try to like talk to somebody like from the dead or whatever, and they like beat around the bush, and you make like the connections in your head somehow. They're really, really broad questions. I feel like that's kind of how this is too. Like it's really, really broad statements, and no matter like what person you try, like you could put like Blake, for example, right? And you could connect like all the things he said and done to all the different sociopathic tendencies, and like
make it out to where
make it out to where like, whoa, Blake's a sociopath, or even Shane. You could like, whoa, Shane's a you know, because like, the questions and like the theories are so broad that it always like you can always find a way to connect it if you try to, you know. They made a bit together. Yeah, I know they did at one point. Bobby says they're still friends, but they don't record together anymore because of the backlash. Oh, I didn't know there was a backlash.
They say 1 in 25.
What'd you say?
1 in 25.
For me to know one.
They say 1 in 20.
Oh, how realistic is it that like what's like the statistic? I guess like how realistic is it for me to know one?
They say 1 in 25.
What was like
1 in 25. That means between Blake and I, the people in Twitch chat and the people in YouTube chat, one of us here is a sociopath. Just saying. Chat, which one of you guys in chat are sociopaths? I don't think Blake and I are sociopaths, but which one of you guys are? One of us are, obviously. Based on those numbers.
They make it seem like it's a really low percentage. It's a huge percentage of the population. It's the same as like schizophrenia or other mental illnesses that we know well and we see and we hear about. But even in school, they didn't really talk enough about this because it's icky. It's the dark side, essentially.
Why am I just learning?
Yeah, seriously.
This? Why is this something that nobody talks about? 1 in 25 is like a person in your class, or a person in my family for sure, or a person in my friend group, or like 100 people on YouTube or more.
Yeah, it's way more common.
Taylor
Once you kind of
confirmed.
start paying attention to it, you can feel those people out.
So for people watching at home in their day-to-day life, what should they look for? Is it the person who's always happy? Is there like a mean characteristic? Because it's not like an evil-looking person, right?
No.
They're pretending to be nice.
Yeah, they're pretending, they're mimicking. I think, in truth, it'd be someone who is really popular.
Simpson had an active social life and lots of friends.
And someone who
Yeah,
always
if you murder somebody, you're a sociopath.
100%.
Like I don't give, like it doesn't. Yeah, if you murder somebody, like kill a human,
especially
you're a
with
sociopath.
purpose, like when you do it on purpose.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Probably me. I hate most people, but I think it's just because I'm antisocial. Yeah, I don't know. I think narcissism.
But you probably have feelings though.
Yeah.
the right thing to say for some reason, no matter the situation. They're always really witty.
You know,
I mean, I ordered a cake for myself. I'm not a monster.
I see. All right. So at least you had a cake.
Yeah, I'm not a sociopath.
Good. Yeah.
They're actually super intelligent, usually, because to manipulate takes a lot of intelligence. Imagine all the, like, detecting we have to do and, you know, searching for all those little bits about people that we can use to manipulate them. It takes a lot of effort. They probably have a lot of different relationships in their past. Like, they tend to bounce from friends to friends because as soon as people start to see a chink, if they're not very good at manipulating, they'll move on to another group. Like, adults move a lot. Not very far in a radius, but they'll move from like a city to another city so that the people who kind of figured out something was up aren't there anymore.
Do they have relationships?
Yeah, they do. They can even be married with kids. Whatever they think helps them fit in. Think about anything in life, owning a home, having a dog, getting married, having kids, whatever it may be. They're going to put up the best show that they can. And they're master manipulators. So they can manipulate people into thinking that they love them.
Well, you punched her a number of times.
I fell in love with that person.
You threatened to beat the blank
I can
out.
see Chris Brown being a sociopath.
Yeah, how is Chris Brown still popular and relevant after what he did with Rihanna?
I just don't. Yeah, that's like I said before, the whole Bill Cosby thing. Like that's celebrity privilege.
Of her.
That's embarrassing.
When you got home, also said you warned you were going to kill her. You don't appear like a violent person at all. No. In fact, you appear rather calm, rather nice.
They'll do everything someone wants, whatever.
Yeah,
they
but
think
Chris
they
Brown's a
want.
sociopath confirmed.
They'll learn so much about this person. Also, we talked about YouTube being their playground, so are online dating sites.
What's up, Ayla?
Because they can find people that way and they can learn a lot about them in their profile. And then they'll do exactly what they want them. Like, they'll be their perfect, because they always ask, like, what would be your perfect mate? They'll become that perfect mate.
Because it doesn't matter either way to them, because they're not
No.
losing anything.
Because they don't have any empathy. They don't care. It's, people are tools. So if I need to get married or I need to be in a relationship, how do I make that happen? And they'll want to move quick, too. They'll, like, get to know you, and then they'll want to be your best friend, or they'll want to start dating, or then they'll start asking you to marry them, or they'll want to move in. Like, everything moves pretty quickly. Not crazy quick, because they're manipulators, but, like, just enough that you're like, ugh, and your friends and family be like, that's really fast, and I don't know them very well. And they won't let you see much of their life either. Like, usually they're hesitant to let people over to their house, or in their bedrooms, or parts of their space that they can't, like, completely make look a certain way.
What am I? Because, like, I feel like I attract sociopaths.
Potentially,
I'm
because
not
you're so soft.
Yeah, like, I'm not calling out people. I'm not saying there's certain YouTubers who I've, like, done videos with or any
Good
of that. I
tunes,
just mean
serious
in my
trash
real
he
life.
was,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I also feel like I, like, get them and I want to help them and all of that.
Because you're empathic.
So an empath. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
What is
like,
that?
It's essentially like we feel for other people. Like that's the opposite. An antisocial personality disorder or a sociopath would be your antithesis, like the complete opposite. So every time you think, oh, but like that must really suck for them, they would have none of that. That doesn't exist. They might even be like, something horrific happens, and they're like, what's for lunch? Like, let's move on. Because it has no energy, no feeling for them. But an empath is someone you might even like attract these people because you do feel so much. And in doing so, unfortunately, you offer up a lot of yourself. And so they're like, oh, I can use all of this to make this
What
work
is that
for
cutting?
me.
Oh.
But does
Shane coming up with this B-roll himself?
Possibly. I don't know if they know how to like people or love people.
See, here I go again. I'm like, that's so sad.
It is.
But
is sad.
is it sad? Because they don't think it's sad.
It's sad for you because it would affect you. It doesn't affect them.
It's because I just feel sad now. Because I'm like, okay, if it's 1 in 25,
Cover to link back to
that's a
yeah.
lot. We all know one or multiple.
Yeah.
So then it's like that person is never going to experience like the joy of like having sex for the first time or like getting your first car or like going to an amusement. They don't like. That's sad. That's like a robot.
It is sad, but they don't know any different, and they don't really care.
All right, I'll see you, Allie. Thanks for watching.
It always goes back to that because it's like hard to be like, oh, that must be horrible for them. And I'm sure if someone has some of the signs and symptoms but isn't fully engulfed in it, they might be really bummed and like try to fix it. But the amount of people I'd assume that fall into that category are very slim to none, especially if we don't catch it early enough, because it only gets worse.
What would happen if they went to therapy?
Oh God, probably nothing. Whatever they wanted to happen, because they're manipulators. They're never going to tell me what's really going on or what they're worried about. They could potentially only get better at manipulating people, because if they're given like more tools in therapy that we think are like being helpful, and you're actually, especially if it's like a couple, if you're sharing more about yourself, then you're giving them more information to utilize to manipulate you. I like to believe people can get better. That's why I do what I do, but I don't know if they can.
Could it get dangerous?
Definitely. Very much so. 15% of those in prison have antisocial personality disorder or are sociopaths.
Yeah, that was a quick reaction that she had.
So your only regret is that the torture didn't go on anymore.
Right, and I regret not killing my other victim. I should have killed him too. I just didn't have time. I had to go somewhere.
Will you kill again?
If the opportunity arises, I hope so. Okay, we're done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
Good shit, dude. That's gonna be crazy, isn't it? That's gonna be wicked. Make it look good, please.
Honestly, best wishes to you.
What the
monkey
fuck?
ass.
Okay, that leads me to
Actual sociopath.
my final question.
Are people who are depressed sociopaths?
No.
YouTubers. Jake Paul.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know him. That's the thing, is like people put on shows to be on YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Personas.
Yeah.
But going back to the symptoms and signs that we just read through, like not caring if people get hurt. He's done things to people, like terrorizing members of his like team, right?
Yeah.
Like the lack of emotion in his eyes and stuff is kind of creepy. But I'd have to, I don't know, is he? I mean, is he remorseful? Does he just pretend he's remorseful? We see like videos where he says he is, but is he? I don't know.
First of all, I'm so sorry to the Martinez twins.
I know he's definitely impulsive, but he's also like a younger guy, you know? But I'd have to get to know him better, because like we think there's empathy, but is it a show? Is it manipulation? I'd like to hear what other people in his life have to say, because they know him better.
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely possible. You have to get a fuller picture of like how he is when the camera's not on.
What's up, MB?
And how, like, what his past girlfriends have to say. Because people who aren't in his life will have a lot better things to say than people who are, because people are technically being manipulated right now, if that's the case. And I don't know if he is either. Like, I don't know. I haven't met him either. And I'd have to meet him, and I'd have to get to know him a little bit more, and you know what I mean, to get a full picture. Because it could be narcissism, it could be nothing. He could be totally fine and it's just a persona. We don't know.
Would you come with me?
Yeah, I'll go. Let's hope he's not scary.
I'm mean, is that, but do I not tell? How do I approach this? Do I say like, oh, I just want to sit and talk and whatever, and then I slowly get into the sociopathic stuff, or do I not even ask?
I don't think we ask. I think it's more because we're kind of on like we're being detectives. We're trying to figure it out. So I think it's more of like, hey, a lot of people talk trash about you because they do, and that's why I don't want to say he necessarily is, because I don't really know. But you know, here's a way for us to sit down and talk and, you know, figure some stuff out. I think it's just kind of like a very open-ended, because we'll see where it leads us. And between the two of us, hopefully we can figure out if he's manipulative or if he's lying or telling the truth and stuff like that. I'm like trained at that pretty well, but like I'm still human.
Yeah.
The one thing about them that I think is really important to know too is that they're instantly likable. They're extremely charismatic. Their manipulation allows them to, they can.
It's such like a tricky situation because like the way you explain it, like they could go and find out and be like, oh yeah, Jake's like nice and stuff. It's just a persona. He's not a sociopath. Ha ha ha. But like Jake, like I mean I don't think he's a sociopath. I think it's just a persona. But let's say Jake was a sociopath. Like a sociopathic person would know that and like catch on and play the part. You know what I mean? So it's like impossible to like predict, I guess.
Grandma, they can make kids like them. Everybody thinks they're the life of the party and the best person, because remember when I was saying like they know just exactly what to say at the right time? They're witty, they're quick-witted, they're usually really funny and just overall charismatic, so everybody's gonna like them right away.
See, that gives me hope that he's not one. Because, like, not to drag him, but he's really not likable. I mean, people instantly, they hate that guy.
Yeah.
Very hateable, punchable, I'd say. Is that offensive? Sorry. But you know what I mean? Like, when somebody's like, I want to punch that guy, like, Jake Paul has that effect.
He elicits like it's almost like Jeffrey. Like, people love to hate him.
Jeffree Star, same thing.
Go kill yourself. Well.
So I feel like that almost...
That negates it.
Kind of, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you were to say a certain celebrity who was a sociopath, ooh, could I get in trouble? But, like, because we don't know. But, like, it would be somebody instantly likable, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I hate to, like, drag somebody because they could be... they're super nice. That's why people like them. But and I'm not calling anybody out, but let's say, like, an Ellen. She's super nice. Everybody loves her. And, like...
That...
Jake and Logan reacted to this? Yeah.
I don't think she is. But I'm just saying that, like, that's the type of person we're talking about. Is, like, that super personality. Everybody likes them. They don't really know why.
Did you happen to see the Logan Paul Casey Neistat interview?
Yes.
What did you think?
I mean, it was a little creepy, and he didn't really answer the questions, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
And it was kind of narcissistic. It was all about him and like how it affected him.
It's the most viewed anti-suicide PSA ever.
The one thing that was interesting that relates to like sociopathic behavior.
Damn. That's interesting. I didn't watch that interview because I just didn't care for it. I didn't like care to keep up with the drama because it was like 6 months late. But that's interesting that he would say that. Like yeah, in the interview he's just like, oh yeah, but you know, like the whole like antidepressant video I made is the most viewed antidepressant video on YouTube, like on the internet. You know, making about like the success of like what he did redeem. Interesting.
Instead of accepting, like you and I, if something happened, like even the Tanacon thing, you're like, oh my god, this is terrible, I feel terrible. Any normal person would be like, I am so sorry, and like earnestly, you are sorry, that is horrible, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. A sociopath will in turn say that it was so hard for me, you have no idea, they'll cry, this is all the money I lost,
I don't
all the
know.
things that
I didn't watch the Tana series.
So that you feel bad for them. They want to turn it around on the situation on its head, so that then you're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and you'll leave every conversation feeling like it was worse for them and you feel bad for them, you know, or you'll view them in a positive light. You're like, man, that must have been so hard for them, they're such a nice person. Like they'll just completely turn it around.
Maybe I'm being cynical, but there's a little whiff of it sounding like you see yourself in some capacity as a victim. No.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Logan is likable.
So likable. And super charismatic.
But Logan, I feel like, is more likable. Right? Like, not as many people hate him.
He's always seems like the good brother.
Damn, maybe Logan's the real one. The real, you know? Because everybody likes Logan. Well, they did.
That brother, imagine what that was like.
Yeah, like everybody loves Logan, loves Logan, loves Logan.
gets away with everything.
Gets away with everything because he's so nice and fun and charming. And Jake is, that probably could even make, even if Logan's not a sociopath, that could just make Jake even more like angry, rebellious, like whatever.
Oh,
having
totally.
like
anything to get attention too, maybe.
Accept me, love me.
Might be like why.
And that's why they feud so much. Not to get too deep, but like maybe Logan's feud with Jake is more like, well, I don't really care that much. Like it's just money and I'm getting views. And Jake might actually be personally like
Might actually be mad
at his brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jake said, quote, I try to be just like him. It's so easy to get sucked into trying to be someone else, and that's what happened most of my life with my brother.
We'd have to get to know them more. Because I don't know. Antisocial personality disorder is more common among first-degree biological relatives. So they're more predisposed than the general population. So we're talking about that 1 in 25. If you have someone in your family who has antisocial personality disorder, you're much more likely.
You said
Damn.
something about like a traumatic
It turned
event. Like
from Jake to
kid has a traumatic event happen. Are they more likely to become a sociopath later?
Logan is more, yeah, for
I
sure.
think they're more predisposed for a lot of things. Like trauma messes with us in so many various ways. Traumas happen all the time. Let's say you were raised in a household where you were physically abused from like the ages of 3 to 12. Essentially what trauma does, if it's done at a young age, is it like doesn't allow us the time to feel safe or to feel like we're actually cared for. It instills fear when we don't really have any place, we don't know where to go with that, we don't have any way to use it, we don't know any coping skills yet. How do we deal with that feeling? The one thing we can do for children, honestly, to like stop perpetuating the cycles that we all have done is like letting them know that how they feel is okay and it's valid. We might not agree, but that doesn't mean that they don't still have that feeling. And if we teach children how to communicate about how they feel, I honestly think that a lot of the ailments and issues we struggle with mentally, as well as physically, could be resolved.
I think that is like, when I was a kid, you know, my mom was going through a lot. And I felt like I had to be strong because she was like having trouble. So it was always like, oh, Shane's my rock. He's my support system. Oh, he's always strong. So I like...
that for other people in your life now, too? Are you like a fixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like a parentified child, so you've been like an adult since you were whatever age. Yeah.
And I think now I'm just at the point where I'm like, I like stay up all night and I'm just lost. And I'm just like, oh, which is why I started falling down the holes of like sociopaths and this and that. Because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I so lost? If I can help all these people, why can't I help myself? Why am I still depressed? Why am I all these things? I look at my channel and I'm like, oh, the more I'm helping people, the worse I'm getting. And this experience with Jake and this sociopath, all this stuff, this very much feels like the breaking point of like, maybe it'll be good to realize I can't help him.
Maybe.
And maybe I should just literally go to therapy myself.
Definitely.
Instead of trying to give therapy to YouTubers like I've been doing.
There is hope. Don't worry.
Yeah, I might have to do a series just about you fixing me. Maybe that is the series. Jeez, like an actual therapist fixing me. Cause like, yeah, that wow.
What's up, Mia?
That'll be 500 parts.
500 parts.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go outside and second guess every single person I meet.
I'm so sorry. It's not that many. I mean, it's quite a few.
Okay. I'm spiraling. This has become more than just a Jake Paul series at this point, right? This is like, what she described is so many people I know, and so many people I've met, and worked with, and been friends with, and been in relationships with, and anybody could be a sociopath. Anybody. Like, there's a bar right there. Like, if we walk into that bar, there's probably, what, 100 people? So that means there's 4?
Why isn't that like a thing that's like talked about? It's so weird.
Because the people in charge might be that.
That's true.
Think about it this way. If your teacher's a sociopath, why would she teach you about it? She doesn't want you to know her tricks. I just got the chills. Or like the president. Everybody thinks Donald Trump is a sociopath. So what if every president's a sociopath? Kinda would make sense, right? I heard Steve Jobs.
I did hear about that. I guess I never really thought about what that even meant. I just hear that word and I go, oh, that's different.
Literally all I know is I'm not a sociopath, you're not a sociopath, and like that's it. Like this girl, she could be a sociopath. Look at her, she's smiling. Look at her. Are you a sociopath?
No. I'm out catching birds, you know, those scooters.
That's what a sociopath is. Two questions. Number one, do you think Jake Paul is a sociopath?
Absolutely.
Do you think you know any sociopaths in your real life?
I do not.
What if I told you that 1 in 25 people is a sociopath?
Then I would be questioning my friends.
Same. Wanted a picture?
That's insane, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You are
Jake's
so
not a
beautiful. I just
sociopath.
want to cut
I
your
don't think
skin
any
off and
YouTubers are
wear it.
sociopaths, honestly. Oh, this is trailer.
Contestant number 3, step on up.
Oh my god, I still can't believe that fucking happened.
I don't want to I don't want to get involved in family drama.
Bro, that
weird.
girl was 16, by the way, and Greg Paul is like 40 something.
Show my hair.
That's a whole different series about this one's like is Jake Paul a sociopath? Next one is Greg Paul a pedophile? Because maybe. Today I learned I am a sociopath. Yeah, same. Pretty much same. My exact thoughts. Was so good I almost read how okay is about specific people most therapists won't. Yeah. Yeah. I don't, dude, it's interesting. I mean, truthfully, I don't think like any real like big YouTubers are sociopaths. Maybe that's just the manipulative part about it. But I mean, if you really think about it, bro, like name one YouTuber in the chat who you think is a real sociopath. Like real, like no feelings, like everybody is a pawn to them, like no remorse, you know what I mean? Like even Jake and Logan Paul, like they probably are the closest thing to it, but it's a persona. I feel like it's more of a persona than it is like actual, like than them being an actual sociopath, you know? Like a real sociopath like murders people, you know what I mean? Not just like goes crazy on YouTube.
It depends how extreme you take it. I don't know.
Tell me your Insta. Yeah, our Instagrams are in the description below. It's just at Robert Rayhart and at Blake Rayhart. Robert, yeah, dude, I'm a sociopath, honestly. Every one of those things she said was like just all me. The guy from the Planet Company and the whole TannerCon mess was See, we didn't watch the TannerCon series, so I'm not really sure how that went down. Or clickbait YouTubers in general. Wait, who's Exility? Type in Exility. Who is this? Oh, dude, Blake and I just watched this the other day. The mistake that cost Myth his career. We just watched this. I counted Nick A's donations for 24 hours. Oh my. Blake and I were wondering this too, actually. Dang, these are like really smart video ideas though. Oh my god.
Contagious?
The end of Fortnite seasons. Oh, you guys can't even see. Jesus. The end of Fortnite in season 6. Could you go pro in Fortnite? The mistake that cost Myth his career. Fortnite's gonna be offline for a while.
He knows how to
I
get
watched
views.
Laserbeam play 1,000 games. Here's what I learned. Meet the 9-year-old Tifu's afraid of. I counted Nick A's 30s donations for 24 hours, and here's the total. Like, these are great. What the? He's only been opening for 5 months? No way.
Here's the thing.
2.3 million? No fucking
He
way.
might have deleted a lot. Sometimes when people blow up, they go back and delete a lot of their old videos. Or just private them at least. So maybe that's what he did. I don't know.
Maybe he's, like, known somewhere else? No, he doesn't have Instagram or anything. What the hell? Okay, nah, what's going on with this guy? That's weird.
I'm so hyped.
Maybe he just makes great video ideas. Not even, he uploaded 5 months ago, but he didn't really start until 2 months ago. No way, dude. He had to have sub-botted. Okay, I think this guy's kind of botting a little bit. There's no way. A week ago, 114,000. Especially on a follow-up video that just got 1.3. There's no way. And a video after that has 5.7. There's no way.
Skin test.
You think he deleted his? Yeah, he had to have. There's no way.
Yeah. He had a lot of old videos, yeah.
But it's just odd though, because usually if you have a video that gets like that does really, really well, like this one right here, 1.3 million views, your next video is gonna get recommended to all the people who watched this one. So for this one to have 1.3 and this one to have 115, it's a little odd. And then especially the next one, which even has 5.7, a video does that well, people are usually gonna go back on your channel and watch your previous video, which is this one. So these numbers don't really add up, but maybe it's just kind of a YouTube fluke and this video is just done really, really badly, algorithmic wise. So I don't know. I do want to see this though.
Track the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
How much do you guys think
What's
Nick
going on
makes in
YouTube?
one day with this?
$30 a month after YouTube takes their cut. But as I said, this number will continue to grow very rapidly. If streams average few thousand members, that YouTube streams to get an average of 200
I just want to
donations.
see the Streamlabs count.
No, Nick is getting a lot of watch time, which means a lot. Even the videos that
No, that was just part of the thumbnail.
And genuine and just between blow up.
Hard, man. You would not see me look up. I had tunnel vision while I was studying. Man, oh man, I friggin' could study for.
Alright, he didn't say it. I thought he was actually gonna just show straight up. You like the Dolan twins? I love Gary and E. Oh, Gray and E. Sorry, I saw Gray and E, and I just thought Gary V too quick. YouTube has changed so much. Yeah, it really has, honestly. Oh, J Station, maybe an example of a type in J Station.
J. Oh.
Oh, this guy who made the X video, right? Like talking to X after he died?
No way.
Yeah, I think he probably took it down. How long ago did X die?
Let's go down.
Or no, it was like Mac Miller. It was when Mac Miller died.
Here, let's do this.
No, he took it down. Oh no.
Yeah,
Rip Mac Miller, Spirit Box Challenge at 3 a.m. No, he made a video like talking to Mac Miller after he dies.
What is poppin', guys? Back with another.
Speaks about Ariana Grande.
Tell us.
This guy's just, okay, yeah, this is pretty sociopathic. Rip Mac Miller, dude. Yo, Iriana, how do you say that? Almeida. I'll just say Almeida. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. God, please give us Mac Miller back and take him instead. Yeah, this guy is you gotta be real fucking wacky to make a video like this, in my opinion.
Maybe he's a sociopath.
Real.
No feelings.
Wait, you talking about this guy right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he's a sociopath. The guy that make the video and got a lot of shit for it and didn't really care. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, honestly. Like, I don't even think like Jake and Logan would make a video like this even a year ago, you know? Like, they wouldn't make a Rip Mac Miller talking to him after he dies. Asterisk speaks about Ariana Grande. You know what I mean? Like, this is like a real sociopathic video. And I don't think like, you know, the fucking persona that Tana and Jake and Logan, all these people put on would make a video like this. This is like real shit. That's crazy though, man. It's insane. But yeah. So I think Blake and I are going to wrap it up. I actually have to go to work. We just wanted to stream and watch the video. Today's not even our normal stream days. We usually stream on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So today's Thursday. We don't even stream on these days. But we wanted to watch this series with you guys and kind of get your thoughts and your opinions and what you guys thought about it and everything. So we're going to go. Thanks for watching so much. Appreciate all the new subs and stuff. He needs to chill. Yeah, that video is next level. That was a little too far. But yeah, I'm going to go to work. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be live again tomorrow. The guy who does Before They Were Gone. Oh, yeah, like the Before. I mean, that's just kind of like, he just got lucky. Like, he did one vid and he just doubled down on it, you know? But then again, the Before They Were Gone, I don't know. It's interesting. You're right. It's like I was saying before, it's like it's such a broad statement. You can make connections to every. Like, you guys could probably go back and watch our old videos and stuff and then, like, think about all the different categories that she said and be like, whoa, the RayhartTwins twins are sociopaths, you know? Yeah. So I feel like that's how. I feel like it's hard to like really label somebody that hardcore. It's creepy though. Yeah, for sure. Robert, take your cap off. There we go. Emo Robert is out and about. All right, we're gonna go, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on Twitter and Insta. Bye. 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 Bye.